Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1302 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for January 11th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1302. I'm gonna start with the word pinch. Okay, I placed the I and N, so it's something I and something something. That's a good start, I would say. It could be GE ending, or it could be ER ending. For example, diner or minor. Of course, there's also the other minor. Um, so there are quite a lot of options to go with. I might have to use the elimination strategy, which is to ignore the previous clues and to guess a word with five or with mostly unused letters. So I definitely want to use the E. Um, it could be GE, right? So I can try glory. Okay, wow. Oh, wow, that was very unexpected. I did not expect the Y to go last. Alright, so that was actually very useful information. Something INGY. So there's actually not an E in this word. Wait, what is this word? Is there something like Mingy? This looks a bit weird. Tingy? It's not Mingy. Um, it's Tingy, like, my goodness. I hate these situations. Like, I just hate these. Because you never know which letter fits. I mean, you really don't know which one ends up being the answer and which one doesn't. So, I hate these situations. Oh my goodness. Dingy? I don't know. Like, that's not a word. Dingy. Singy. Wingy. Jingy. Oh, like, what do you expect me to do, huh? Wordle? Can you not? Could it be fingy? Don't think that's... I don't know. Alright, apparently it is dingy. I tried Mingy, Bingy, and finally Dingy. Alright, so, how I could not have predicted that. And I would say these are the situations where I definitely do not want to be in. But, unfortunately, um, it's hard to get your way out of these unless you are willing to sacrifice a guess for the elimination strategy, which was what I did on my second try, but I actually did not think there was that many options after that. So yeah, I've eventually got today's Wordle answer dingy in 5 tries. I'll take it. It could have gone worse, but it didn't, and it wasn't too great either, so it's an average performance. Alright, got today's Wordle answer dingy in 5 tries. This is Wordle number 1302. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is January 11th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. These 3s point left, and this cell sees another 3. These 3s force the digit 3 into one of these two cells in block 8 and into one of these two cells in block 6. This 6 points right to force the digit 6 into column 6 in block 2. These 6s point left, and this cell sees another 6. So in block 4, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. And then these 6s point down, so in block 7, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. 6 in block 8 goes into one of these two cells, because this cell also sees a 6. Oh, but, this 6 points down, and this 6 points right. So in block 9, the digit 6 is forced into row 7. And because 6s are here, which means that we've already got 6 in row 7, no other open cells in this row can contain a 6, which means I can eliminate 6 from this cell, because it sees 6s here. So actually in block 8, 6 has to go into this cell. Another way you can place this 6 is just by looking at row 8. These two cells see 6, and the other open cells also see another 6. So this is the only cell available for 6 in this row. So 6 has to go here. Okay, the digit 9 in block 4 is forced into this cell. This 8 points left to force the digit 8 into this cell in block 7. And 8 in block 8 is forced into one of these two cells. Alright, there are only two open cells left in block 7. The missing digits are 4 and 5. Which means that the other three open cells in row 8 contain 1, 3, and 9, because they are the other missing digits. This cell sees 1, so it's 3 or 9. This is 1, 3, 9. Okay, these ones point up, and this cell sees another 1. Okay, this 3 points up to force the digit 3 into column 2 in block 4. So 3's being here, like, one of these two cells is guaranteed to contain a 3, and they both lie in the same column. So no other open cells in column 2 can contain 3. So I can eliminate 3 from this cell. So the digit 3 in block 1 is forced into this cell, followed by the 1, which goes into this cell. And column 1 is just missing 4 and 5. These ones point right. Okay, these 2's point up, and this cell sees another 2. So in block 1, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. And 2 goes into one of these two cells in block 2. Okay, the digit 8 in block 1 is forced into this cell. And then 4 can only go into this cell in block 1 after I placed the 2 and 8. So 4 goes here, which makes this down here a 5 and this a 4. And in block 1, 5 and 7 are the missing digits, where this cell sees a 5, so I can place 7 and 5 this way. Column 1 still needs 3 and 4, but this cell sees a 4, so I can place 3 and 4 this way to complete the column. And for column 3, the missing digits are 7 and 8. But this cell sees a 7, so I can place 8 and 7 like this. Alright, the 3 leftmost columns are fully completed. Alright, so now let's focus on something else. For example, row 2, the missing digits are 1, 6, and 9. This cell sees a 1, so it's 6 or 9. This cell sees 6, so it's 1 or 9, 1, 6, 9. Okay, all of these 7s force the digit 7 into this cell in block 3. 7 is forced into one of these two cells in block 5, and into one of these two cells in block 8. In row 3, the missing digits are 2, 5, and 9. This cell sees a 2, so it's 5 or 9, and these are 2, 5, 9s. This is actually 5, 6, or 9. Hmm. Like, there are not many given digits on the right-hand side of the board, so... I mean, of the grid, so it's gonna take me some time to actually spot what needs to be seen, you know? So give me some time. Meanwhile, I do see that the 4 in block 3 is forced into one of these two cells, because we also got this 4, and 4 goes into one of these two cells in block 5. Okay, the digit 8 in block 3 is forced into one of these two cells, and this cell sees another 8. Sorry, this cell actually cannot contain a 9. I missed that. So let's double check. Block 2, the missing digits of block 2 are 2, 5, 6, and 9, but this cell sees 2 and 9, so it can only contain 5 or 6. Alright, let's keep marking up here. 4, 5, 6, and 8 are the missing digits of row 1. This cell sees a 6, so it's 4, 5, or 8. This cell sees 4, so it's 5, 6, or 8. This cell sees 8, so it's 4, 5, or 6. Oh, there is a 1-line pair in column 7. I just spotted this. Okay, so let me explain. In column 7, we have two open cells which only contain two certain digits. So that means the only combinations are 1, 9 or 9, 1. In order to avoid empty cells, I must keep both 1 and 9 in these two cells. Remember, in Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty, so I have to put one digit into every cell. So to avoid empty cells, I must keep both 1 and 9 in these two cells, because they are the only digits that these two cells can contain. So this 1-9 pair eliminates 1s and 9s from all other open cells in this column, because both 1 and 9 go into this 1-9 pair, which makes the other 4 open cells in this column contain 2, 4, 5, and 8. And this cell sees 4, 5, and 8, so it can only be a 2. If I'm going too fast, then I can explain it again, but this is the easiest way to explain. But of course, you won't be using this strategy for every single cell in this Sudoku puzzle. but I'm just doing this for easier explanation. So I'm filling in 1 to 9, all digits into this cell, and I'll eliminate the ones that this cell cannot contain one by one. So this cell sees 1 from the 1, 9 pair. It sees 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 from the 1, 9 pair. So this cell can only contain a 2. And in Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty, so I have to put 1 digit into every single cell. And if this cell cannot contain 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and that 2 is the only digit which is possible to go into this cell, then I have to make this a 2. Otherwise, the cell would end up being empty, and we don't want that. So to avoid empty cells, I have to put 2 into this cell, because it's the only possible digit which goes into the cell. Same with the 1, 9 pair. It's to avoid empty cells, so I must keep both 1 and 9 in these two cells. Very similar concept, so yeah. Which makes these 3 cells contain 4, 5, and 8. This cell sees 4, so it's 5 or 8. This cell sees 8, so it's 4 or 5. Did this 2 do something? These 2's point down. Oh, it did. So this 1, 9 pair eliminates both 1 and 9 from these 2 cells. And we have 1 and 9 pointing right. So both 1 and 9 can only go into these 2 cells in block 6. So these 2 cells actually form a 1, 9 pair. As you can see in block 6, the digits 1 and 9 are missing. These 1s and 9s force both 1 and 9 into these 2 cells only. So in order to fit both 1 and 9 into block 6, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 1 and 9. So this 1, 9 pair eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells, meaning that 3 can no longer go into this cell. The digit 3 in block 6 is forced into this cell, which makes these 2 cells 5 and 8, but the cell sees 8, so I can place 5 and 8 this way. And then 8 in block 3 is forced into this cell. Okay, the digit 8 in block 5 is forced into one of these 2 cells. 3 in block 5 goes into one of these 2 cells. We also have the 5, which goes into one of these 2 cells in block 5. Oh, these 3 cells are just the missing digits of row 5, which are 2, 7, and 8. Okay, hang on a minute. I need to pause real quick. I'll be back. Don't worry. Alright, so let's continue to solve the Sudoku puzzle. Alright, now let's look at row 9. The missing digits are 1, 5, and 9. And in column 8, 1, 5, 6, and 9 are the missing digits. This cell sees 1 and 9, so it's only 5 or 6. This cell sees a 6, so it's 1, 5, or 9. Okay, so this 6 points up and this 6 points right. So in block 3, the digit 6 is forced into column 9. Yeah, so after I place this 8, the digit 6 in block 3 can only go into column 9. So 6 being here eliminates 6 from all of the open cells in column 9. Because 6 must go into these 2 cells and they both lie in the same column. So I can eliminate this cell because we've already got 6 in column 9. So now that 6 can't go into this cell, I can force the digit 6 into this cell in block 9. And then the missing digits of block 9 are 1, 2, 4, 5, and 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. These two cells cannot contain 5, so it's 1, 2, 5, 9. Oh, but this cell also sees 1 and 9. So this cell is 2 or 4 only, and this is 1, 2, 4, 9, if I'm not mistaken. You can also look at the column. The missing digits are 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9. This cell, I think it only sees 6, so I'm gonna assume that this is the correct marking. Now in row 7, the missing digits are 2, 4, 5, and 8. 2, 4, 5, 8. Oh, 5 in column 5. Okay, so, um, firstly, this 5 points down, and this 5 points right. And after I place the 6, the digit 5 in block 9 is forced into row 9. So 5's being here, 5 must go into one of these two cells, which are both in the same row. So this eliminates 5 from all other open cells in row 9, which means that this cell cannot contain 5. And now look at column 5. 5 is a missing digit of this column, so 5 has to go somewhere. 5 has to go somewhere, but this cell sees 5, this cell sees 5, this cell sees 5, and this cell also sees 5 from block 9. So in column 5, the digit 5 is forced into this cell, as all other open cells in this column see another 5, and that this is the only cell available for 5 in this column. So I have to make this a 5. Alright, then the digit 8 in block 8 is forced into this cell. And now for row 5, 8 can only go into this cell. Okay, 2 and 4 are the missing digits of row 7. Now in column 9, column 5. In column 5, 2 is a missing digit. This cell sees 2, and this cell also sees another 2. So in column 5, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, which places 2 in this cell in block 9. It also makes this a 4. Which eliminates 4 from this cell. The digit 4 in block 5 is forced into this cell, followed by the 3, which goes into the cell in block 5. This cell is 1 or 9 for the row. This is a 9 to complete the column, which makes this 3 and 1 to complete row 8. These two cells are for 1 and 7, because they're the missing digits of block 8. This one makes this cell a 9, which makes this cell a 5, 6, 1, 9, 1, 9. Okay, I'm just following the markings around. Alright, the digit 9 in block 2 is forced into the cell, and this also sees 6, so this has to be a 5. 2, 7, 2, 1, 7, 5, and 1. This cell cannot contain a 5, and this also sees 6, so I can place 4 and 6 this way, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in about 20 minutes, so I would say this Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward, but actually, it's more trickier towards the end. Now for this Sudoku puzzle, the ending part is more tricky than the first half. I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. However, I'm not sure if I can recall everything since I took a break in the middle of the video, but hopefully I can remember what's going on towards the beginning. So, wow, I really don't remember much. But I got um, the leftmost 3 columns complete very early on. Yeah, I'm sorry, I really don't recall any key spots on the left-hand side. But for the right-hand side, I think that the 1-9 pair in column 7, the 1-9 pair in column 7, as well as the 1-9 pair in block 6 after the one in column 7. So yeah, I feel like these two were a bit tricky, but at the same time quite key to spot. The 1-9 pair in column 7, and after that, with the 1-9 in row 5, these two cells in block 6 formed the 1-9 pair. And what else? Sorry, I really don't recall much. Um, how this 6 was placed. I kind of forgot how the 6 was placed, but after that, oh, yeah, the digit 6 in block 3 had to go in column 9. So it eliminated 6 from this cell, placing the 6 here, and after that, 5 in block 9 was forced into row 9, which helped place 5 in column 5. And after that, I feel like um, we could end the puzzle more easily. So yeah, I feel like those were the key spots. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. Hopefully this video helped. Today is January 11th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1302 and New York Times hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!